Speaker for that full 6-year term in the Senate. Flooding has been a big issue today across our area. In fact, the Jim Blanchard water treatment plant in Columbia County got hit by lightning, but thank goodness the facility is fine. It's operational, no interruption of service. Our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci, now to take a look at more flood reports and our current conditions.
That's right, Brad. So you can see here in Columbia County, we definitely had the most impactful flash flooding today, especially around Ferry Road near Southern Pines Drive. We actually had reports of cars driving through 12 to 18 inches of water. Some cars even stranded there earlier as well. We also had a report of 4.47 inches of rainfall within 2 hours, causing a few homes off of William Few Parkway to be inundated with water levels exceeding that of back before the day of Hurricane Helene, just to put it in perspective of how significant that was today. We also had video of those flooded roads on William Few Parkway near Windmill Plantation. And then also down into Bamberg County, we had a report as well. Bamberg County Dispatch reported flooding at Barnwell Highway at Bullfrog Road. So Bamberg County and Columbia County is definitely where we saw that significant flooding today. You can see we are still left with a flash flood warning for Wilkes County. That's until 2:15 a.m. And then that flash flood warning we had earlier for Augusta and up towards Columbia County has expired, but they have still kept an aerial flood advisory until 1 a.m. since that rainfall is still ongoing across the area. You can see several places over 2 inches of rain and actually up to around 5 inches around the border of Columbia and Edgefield County, also down into Bamberg County. Here's a look at our live Viper 6 neighborhood network in Columbia County, powered by Tempest. You can see Stevens Way over 4 inches of rain, and then down in Bamberg County up to around 2.5 inches of rain. But right now on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam, just seeing that light rainfall now, and here it is on live Viper 6, steady light downpours, but luckily nothing heavy, no more storms. And coming up, I'll have a look at what you can expect for the rest of tonight and into tomorrow. But back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. Another round of strong storms serving as a reminder to be ready when bad weather comes. Michaela Davis is in the studio tonight with the story. Michaela?
Emergency experts say now is the time to make sure you're prepared. They're sharing simple steps to help keep you safe before the next round of rain. Forecasters say some areas could see several inches of rain over the next couple of days, bringing the possibility of flash flooding. Augusta Emergency Management Director Kimber Kenton says one of the best ways to prepare is by hardening your home before heavy rain arrives.
That can be anything from cleaning out the debris in their gutters so that the rain moves slowly and it's diverted well, or checking their doors and their windows for any kind of leaks or airflow.
Kenton also says the biggest mistake people make during heavy rain is getting behind the wheel.
When you drive during rain, it's really hard to see. You have low visibility. And when you have low visibility, you can't tell the water depth on the road, and that can create potential dangerous driving conditions.
If the weather does impact power, Georgia Power wants you to have a plan in place. That includes keeping ice or another cooling source available for medication that needs to stay refrigerated, treating Georgia Power crews like any other emergency vehicle when you see them on the road, and staying up to date on outages through the Georgia Power website or mobile app. For weather alerts, local emergency resources, and preparedness information, Augusta-Richmond County EMA says residents can visit augustaga.gov, while additional preparedness resources are available at ready.gov.
All right, Michaela, thank you. The final hearing over the city's millage rate held today in Grovetown. That's how they determine your property taxes. And the Grovetown Council voting to maintain the rate at 6.948 mils, but because property values increased, Georgia classifies it as a 2.2% tax increase over the rollback rate. And according to the state, maintaining the current rate is considered a tax increase, and so they had to have a few public hearings so everybody would know about it. Operation Southern Slowdown kicking off today across 5 states. They had a news conference to announce it this morning. It's a week-long event trying to get everybody to slow down and not to drive aggressively.
It's not about writing tickets. It's about educating the public as to this makes our roadways safer. And at the end of the year, when we're able to save 17 lives over the course of a year like we did last year, all lives are important.
We take this week it's the middle week of the summer between that Memorial Day and Labor Day, and say, hey, we're still here. We want to remind you, we care about you. We want you to get where you're going.
If you see an aggressive driver, call 911 or just press star GSP in Georgia, star 47 in South Carolina.
The question is, what did he...
We'll have another threat of flash flooding for Tuesday, but then those rain chances go down as we go into the middle of the week as the temperatures go back up. I'll have your full Viper 6 forecast when we return.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
For all Americans.
Treat your family to a delicious dinner that's easier on the wallet with Bojangles Family Meal. It's bow time.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. Here's another look at the 12-hour rainfall totals estimated by radar here across the CSRA. We definitely saw the most significant rainfall in our northern viewing area and down towards the southeast. Anywhere that you're seeing this red color, that's around 4.5 to even 5 inches of rain. That was the case near Evans, parts of Edgefield County, southern McCormick, down in Bamberg, and then all of the yellow areas here showing around 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. We do still have that flash flood warning going on in Wilkes County. You can see that here on Live Viper 6, and then that aerial flood advisory as well for the metro and places north of I-20. So widespread rain still across the area. We're no longer dealing with heavy downpours though, no more thunderstorms. This flash flood warning expires at 2:15 a.m. Just steady light rainfall in Wilkes County, and then the same deal here in McCormick, Edgefield, Lincoln, McDuffie, Columbia, Richmond, and Aiken, where there's the aerial flood advisory until 1 a.m. So once again, that flash flood warning that we had earlier has expired, but due to the higher levels of rivers and creeks, and because of the flooding concerns earlier, they have kept that aerial flood advisory for the next couple of hours since we do still have that light rainfall. Check out this really cool photo taken earlier in Graniteville. This was taken by Dr. James Halbert. Thank you so much for sharing. Really cool view of a shelf cloud with the torrential rain in the distance, and that's what a lot of us were seeing earlier, especially in Aiken County. That's where these storms really started to begin earlier today. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam showing damp conditions there in Aiken now, sitting at 73 degrees. Always nice when it's feeling a little bit cooler than the actual air temperature, and of course that's because of the rain-cooled air we have. Temperatures are all in the low to mid 70s across the board. Winds are coming in from multiple different directions. We have a northeast wind and a southwest wind, and that's because a stationary front is situated right across the CSRA with this area of low pressure to our west. This is the reason why we dealt with the flooding today. Whenever you have a stalled boundary like that, there's a lot of moisture in the air, and flooding is definitely a concern. Now tomorrow, that front will still be lingering. There's a lower chance of flooding, but we're still at a marginal level 1 out of 5 risk. So the threat is still there. I'm just expecting more so aerial flood advisories instead of as many flash flood warnings like we had today. Another cooler day as well, upper 60s in the morning, then only low to mid 80s in the afternoon, topping off at around 84 in Augusta, then up to 94 by Thursday, and we'll finish off the week with temperatures hovering around average. So still a very high chance of rain tomorrow at 70%, then lower rain chances as we get to the middle to end of the week. But as for those potential rainfall totals for tomorrow, very spotty. So some places seeing heavy downpours that could produce over 3 inches of rain, while other places only get up to around a quarter to half an inch. So it really depends on where these showers and storms set up. So here's tonight at midnight, just that light rainfall. As we go into the overnight hours, still some spotty activity. So this is when you're waking up and headed out the door Tuesday. You may run into some rain depending on where you are. And it looks like the timing of this will be a bit earlier on Tuesday. There's 2 p.m. Widespread showers, some heavy downpours, and that's when we'll be watching for the flooding concerns. And then we start to dry out as we go into late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. You can see those rainfall chances definitely lower on Wednesday as we start to have some drier air move in behind that frontal boundary. Now looking at your 10-day forecast, once again, we will be heating back up, and next week more rain chances with temperatures staying in the 90s.
Up next, 2 deadly ice-involved shootings in Leicester for the night. South Carolina Lottery pick 3027, pick 4 tonight, 3479. The fireball was 2.
Time with your family is sacred. I cherish the moments I spend with my wife and son every day. As a lawyer, I know how an injury can change all of that in an instant. It impacts your health, your work, your loved ones, your whole life. I'm Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. After your accident, I'm here to help you recover and get what you deserve for your injuries so you can get back to the moments that really matter. After an accident, call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.
We're more than your service company. We're your neighbors. Castle Brothers provides heating, cooling, plumbing, drains, electrical, and generators with 5-star care anytime you need us. For whole home peace of mind, call on Castle for comfort. CastleBros.com.
They say you can't pause time. And it seemed like just yesterday we were all waiting for you to arrive. I wanted to make sure that from day one, you had a solid foundation. And with every birthday wish, every milestone, we were building something together. I watched you grow up faster than I was ready for. But I always knew, whatever path you chose, you'd never have to walk it alone. The world is yours now. And you've got everything you need to take it on. Love, Papa.
The winner isn't the fastest, the strongest, or even the toughest. It's the one who refuses to lose. Big hit of life. Big hit of life. He's the greatest. CW. Man, does it feel good. Big hit of life. The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
Growing quest. Speaking of, the World Cup isn't even over, but FIFA's already trying to sell some memorabilia from the final. Stay with us.
The CSRA is full of amazing women. Women who inspire. Women who innovate. Women who lead. That's why News Channel 6 brings you Women to Watch.
On the last Wednesday of each month, News Channel 6 recognizes local businesswomen who are making a positive impact in our community.
Nominate someone today at WJBF.com. Sponsored by the Barnes Law Office.
When doubt surrounds you.
Back to school is right around the corner. Help United Way of the CSRA and News Channel 6 stuff the bus by donating much-needed school supplies to local students and teachers. Drop off your donations at Television Park in Augusta, now through July 17th. Your support helps students and teachers right here in our community. Proudly presented by News Channel 6, United Way of the CSRA, and our Children First and Give It Your Best partners.
At Georgia Power, we make sure the power is there when you need it, keeping the lights on at home, the clippers running, the crops growing. And now we get to deliver some good news. We're lowering our rates, giving Georgians more breathing room. The same reliable energy with lower rates.
The best part of my job is delivering good news.
Georgia Power, here for Georgia, here for you.
Our 10-day forecast is showing another cooler day tomorrow, 84, back to 90 on Wednesday. That's a bit of a transition day. Some drier air moving in, but still a 40% chance of rain and lower rain chances into the weekend as we heat up.
Here's your chance to get some World Cup memorabilia. FIFA selling pieces of the turf at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, starting at $450 a piece, going all the way to $1,200. Each segment 3 by 3 inches, preserved in acrylic, and it has all sorts of information that you may find helpful, useful, and collectible. A little grasp from the FIFA final coming up in just a few days. Thanks for watching, everybody. We sure do appreciate it. Have a good night.
Coleman Services cares about our community, and our #1 priority this summer is keeping the AC on and the hot water flowing in your home or business. Coleman Services is proud to service the CSRA. Whether you're in Thompson, Harlem, Evans, Augusta, North Augusta, or beyond, call us anytime, day or night, 24/7, 365. At Coleman Services, you are our #1 customer. Coleman Services, your plumbing, heating, and AC pros.
Dad, it's your shot.
Having John Daly